like we can spray so much faster, we'll save so much money. And so they make corn that doesn't die.
And I will say, so my mom, in her past couple years, she has gotten super big into gardening.
Hmm.
That's all she does. Like that's her. She eventually she wants to make a business
Produce
out of
stand,
it,
yeah.
and produce stand and farmers market, this, that, and the other. And watching how much goes into just having a small. So her garden is probably the size of this room, which I don't know. For listeners, it's a large garden,
It is.
but it's not a farm.
It could maybe, like, let's say at max capacity, it might be able to be used for food and ingredients to feed, like, 100 people.
It's the amount of time she spends on seed starting and just, I mean, upkeep, killing the weeds. I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this as long as I live. I'm coming home from a gig. You know, we don't leave gigs until like 2 in the morning, 2:30.
Yeah.
You know, um, I roll into my driveway, and my mom. I still live with my parents, by the way. 'Cause
Saving money.
The housing market is screwed, so don't come after me.
Like our band.
Uh, so please. So I pull into the driveway, and I see a flashlight in the garden, and it's like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? My mom,
And your house
she's
is
in
not
her
exactly something that you just pull into on accident.
no, exactly. And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Did you
Like,
pull a gun on your mom?
no. Because I figured it was. I just didn't know what she was doing. So I go over there and was like, hey, what you doing? She's like, these damn worms are eating all my vegetables. I don't know what it was, cucumbers.
Yeah.
But you can only catch them at night with a black light. So I'm hunting for worms right now.
I
And I was
love
like,
your mother.
I was like,
Your mother
okay,
is the
I'm going to
best.
bed. So
Love you, Ma.
yeah, good luck. So no, but it takes up all of her time. She loves it though. Like that's her thing. She lives to do that.
Yeah.
I had at one point I had some neighbors that were from India, and they grew some type of Indian pepper. I don't know what they. I don't even know what they're called, but they were round and they looked like little cherries, like bright cherries. Have you ever had one?
It
You know what I'm
might be
talking
a
about?
cherry pepper. Yeah,
It
no,
could
I
be.
haven't had it. But
It was so hot.
yeah.
It was unbelievably hot. Like go to Buffalo Wild Wings or somewhere, get the hottest wings,
Double it.
double it. It was incomprehensibly hot for something so small. Get this, right? Parents were growing banana peppers that year. The bees cross-pollinated with those Indian peppers to the banana peppers. Banana peppers aren't hot.
Yeah, they're just mild.
Pretty sweet
Yeah.
peppers. Maybe a little kind of
Yeah.
if you get, whatever. These banana peppers were, you couldn't eat them. They were so hot. My dad loved them because my dad loves spicy stuff, and I do too. But they were unenjoyably hot.
Well, that's and then you
And
keep
we were
the
like,
seeds
"What the
from those.
fuck is going on
Keep
with
those
these peppers?"
seeds.
Right?
Yeah,
But
man.
no, it's crazy. I mean,
Germinate 'em.
the diversity of what is out there and what you can.
The mom and pop grocery stores. I mean, good God. Like farmers markets, I feel like are making a comeback. Speaking of farming.
Oh yeah. Oh dude.
And I think like with what your mom wants to do,
Bro.
a lot of people can do it.
Oh man, Monroe has. For those,
Shout out Monroe.
Shout out. That's where I'm from, baby.
Monroe.
I said I was right outside of Athens. I lied. I'm in Monroe. No,
That's the-
well, it is true.
That's
But
the equivalent of someone that lives in Lawrenceville saying they live in Atlanta.
yeah, exactly. I'm proud. I'm a proud Monrovian, whatever they call it. I don't know. That's stupid. But no. Every Saturday they got a farmers market out there, bro, and it's so cool. My buddy Chase White, shout out Chase. If you're looking to buy a house in the Walton County area, hit up Winston White. He's selling houses. He's slinging them. He'll take he'll take good care of you.
I'm just waiting for Oz to bust through the door.
Anyways, he's getting big into like mushrooms. But not magic mushrooms,
Just
like
cooking.
just cooking mushrooms. And that is a whole hobby in itself is mushrooms.
Have you heard about the crab mushroom or the lobster mushroom?
No.
It's a mushroom that you cook that tastes like lobster.
Thank God.
That doesn't surprise me
Right?
at all. So I went on a bachelor trip with him a couple weeks ago, and we were doing some trout fishing up in Blue Ridge, And like we'd caught a couple trout. We're like, man, we're gonna cook these bad boys tonight, man. We're men. We're hunters. We're hunters. And then so we're walking back, and Chase goes, "You see that? You see that mushroom right there?" I was like, "No, yeah. What? It's orange. Like I would not dare touch that mushroom." He's like, "No, those are good to eat. They're called like chandelier mushrooms or something. Shanda something.
Sure.
They're bright orange." And he's like, "They're really good to eat." And I was like, "I trust you." And he's like, "All right, let's like try to find some." So we spend. I was thinking this was gonna be like a 15-minute endeavor. An hour and a half gathering as much mushrooms as possible. So we went from hunters to gatherers
I love it.
in one day, like in a 3 hour time span. No, these mushrooms were fantastic. He told me, he was like, yeah, just throw them in a pan, throw some seasoning on there. I was like, all right, cool. So I put some oil in a pan, threw them in there,
Just a
and then
little
like
saute.
just a little lemon pepper, just to kind of give it a little bit,
No.
Dude, these are fantastic, bro, and they're
Nice.
just growing. Like no one planted them. God,
They're
maybe.
literally a disposal system for like decomposition, and then they taste great. I mean, dude.
They're fantastic.
Well,
love
did
it.
you? God, I mean, it's funny. There's this one guy that was on Joe Rogan's podcast. That's the mushroom
The
guy.
guy with the funny hat.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know his name.
But I can't remember. But is it like something about? He's like, I will not talk about like portobello mushrooms.
Yeah. He's like,
I can't talk.
the government.
He's like, there's soming going on with those that I can't talk about
Yeah,
because
I
I'm
can't
afraid
even
about
tell
life.
you what is it like I can't even tell you who buys the most of them.
Yeah, there's it's like you'd be surprised who buys the most,
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, I can't talk about it though.
Can't talk
It's
about
like
it.
What?
you fucking
Yeah.
tease.
Dude, so to bring everything around almost like full circle. Paul Stamens or Salmons?
Stamens. Okay.
Shout
So
out Paul.
You
Thanks for
know,
letting us know.
Represent.
you know, we share a more common ancestor with mushrooms than mushrooms do with plants, like vegetation. I
Really?
love that. Yeah, that's why you can eat a mushroom like this. Tastes like meaty.
Yeah, like
That makes sense.
Yeah.
a lobster mushroom. I mean, even just like any like when you do like the little baby bellas, or like you get like some little like sautéed mushrooms on top of your steak and stuff. Like you get that little extra
Dude.
topper right there. It's some fucking good shit. But I mean, dude, like mushrooms are so alien. Like it's its own like fungi kingdom is so different from like plants and everything. It's just it's not an animal, it's not a plant, it's
No.
fungus.
Yeah, it is. It's its own separate thing, and it's like they're us, but their insides are just on the outside,
Well, and another thing that's
underneath the ground.
their insides are underground with the flowering body.
Their
is what we see.
mycelia, yeah.
And
Well,
so,
the mycelia are what's underneath.
and so they can like it's essentially like they can feel you walking over it.
Oh yeah.
And there was some place in Madagascar, I think, that has like the biggest singular organism, which is a mushroom that's just been living in this forest, and it's like all connected through the mycelia and stuff, and it's like a mile. Could be totally talking out my ass, but I feel like I heard that someone said that somewhere. But
No,
it's just
That's very much so a thing. And if there's any area that needs like nutrients, literally,
Divert it,
The,
yeah.
the mother part of it where it's I'll send you. Yeah, take some of that nutrients. Take it.
and it's just a
Yes.
plant, and like we eat that.
It's a fungus.
It's crazy. What a
mean,
life, bro.
What is life?
What a life.
'Cause I
How
mean-
beautiful.
or actually speak.
What's that?
So
Venom?
if a plant knows that it's being attacked and is being cut, like its stems and leaves are being attacked and eaten, there's plants that will change the molecular structure or release chemicals in their leaves to make them taste bad, so that they hopefully will stop being eaten, and then
Really?
they can grow back flower and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're eating a plant like a cabbage, lettuce, carrots, like there's no seeds in a carrot that like I remember eating my whole life. It was always
Yep.
just like-
Straight carrot, dude.
like still like maybe there's one in like those organic ones that I just didn't realize, but
well,
plants-
no, the carrot's the root, though.
but still, I've never seen a carrot seed.
That's a good point. What do you do to plant a carrot? I gotta call my mom.
Call Misty right now.
do you want me to?
Put her on the cast, dude. Ask her where do
Alright.
you get carrot
Hold on.
seeds
If
from.
She might be in the bed. Hold on. Let me give her a call.
If I'm not mistaken, right? Don't most vegetables like not have seeds in them? But you can you can cut off like a certain portion of it and then just plant that top portion of it, and then it grows up.
Hey, Mom.
You're on the podcast.
Hey, you're on the podcast. We've got a gardening question for you.
Okay.
All right, you're directly into the microphone, so this will be on the
Okay.
internet. All right.
Okay.
What do you plant? How do you plant a carrot? I've never heard of a
I do-
carrot seed.
Oh, all right. Good question. Well, first and foremost, it's a little teeny tiny seed, and you have to have kind of a fluffy soil. You could do it in the ground, but if you did, you would have to add some peat moss to it. Anyway, you just plant it in there. As a matter of fact, we're a little late. Probably should have done it a couple of weeks ago, but you just plant it in, and it's a root vegetable.
Interesting. We
Yeah.
were just talking on the podcast. We were talking about planting, gardening, this, that, and the other. We're talking about carrots. Jared says, "I've never seen a carrot seed in my life," and I was like, "You know what? You got a good point. Me either." So we had to call in the
Very teeny tiny. I mean, they're super teeny tiny. You have to watch the weather, because if it's going to rain, at all, you have to cover them up, because if it rains when you plant them, the rain could cause them all to shift down to one side of the, wherever you're planting them, on the ground or in a. I do mine in pots, but you have to cover them up with something because they're so little.
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah,
Very interesting. I
teeny
didn't know that.
tiny. Yep,
Okay, gotcha.
that's pretty cool though.
Alrighty, cool. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're learning something new every day.
I know.
So-
That's awesome. That's kind of cool that you're interested in something gardening.
Oh, it's a whole topic. We've been talking about gardening for an hour.
Yes, we have.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, I really believe that people are going to have to go back to growing their own food. It's first and foremost, what's in it. Hopefully, most people who garden, they don't spray pesticides on their own gardens. But at some point, I think we're going to have to get back to it. And I think it would be good for young people like y'all to learn how to grow your own food.
We might
Preach.
we might have to get you on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Get some plants started.
I would love that.
But
Join the herd.
alrighty, well, if we have any more gardening questions, we'll phone a friend. We'll give you a call.
Sounds like a plan.
All
Y'all
righty.
have fun.
All right, we will. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Mama Frost.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. What a sweet lady.
She is an angel.
I
I
love
love
my
that.
mom.
Oh my God.
The fact that she answers the phone at 10 o'clock, 10:30,
She's
being like,
so
"What you need to know about gardening? I'll tell you anything you need to know."
What you need to know? And she's
question.
yeah, like that was the good. It's just okay. So it's really.
She
tired.
was podcast ready, dude.
Yes,
She-
well, that was-
She's like, "What a fantastic question!" Now, and I can
100%
I
not-
can visualize her. She's sitting in her recliner, going, pretending she's on camera right now. She's like, "What a fantastic question."
Mama Frost, you are a national treasure. God bless you.